Just find your beach. Just find your beach.
Wow.
Wow, everybody.
Wow, everybody.
Whoa, today is the greatest day I've ever known.
Somebody got to do stand-up today. And you can tell from which one of us that is. You can see it in them. It's not me.
But it could have been.
Yeah.
It could have been you.
But I had to carry boxes into a New Jersey basement.
Yeah.
For the cause, you know, because I'm a worker.
He's a worker among workers.
I'm essential.
He is essential.
Hey, Beaches, guess what today is?
Guess what? Guess.
It's
Just wait. Guess. Say it out loud in your car.
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
It's episode 50.
Episode 50, everybody.
We've done 50 of these.
50 episodes. It's the 50th day of our life.
Wow. I think it's farther than 50 days of our life.
Well, it's 50 days.
These are the only days that matter.
These are the only days that matter. And guess what? 50th episode. And we're entering phase 1 tomorrow.
Actually,
today, when this comes out, 50th episode, it's phase 1.
Mark it on your calendars. June 8th, the day the phase 1 began.
Today is the phase 1.
Greatest phase
of known. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. You told me I had to bring it. Am I bringing the right energy?
You're doing so good.
Yeah?
Yeah. You have way more. You're carrying the podcast right now.
I am.
Yeah.
You want to pick it up?
I'm trying. I'm just so exhausted from, taking care of all the kids, laundry.
What?
Just lots of chores.
You didn't have chores today. I did the chores today.
I just did the laundry.
You brought
and
the
I walked
laundry
the dog twice since I got home.
Aww. Aww.
Hey, guys. Do you ever think about the baby in the box?
Neither do we.
Neither do I.
We don't fucking think about that fucker. I hope
bet he's out there.
I hope he's chewing on a lemon rind.
You know what I bet the baby in the box is? I bet the baby in the box is pro-cop. He just seems like it.
Oh, he is pro-cop for
He's like,
sure.
He probably has a Blue Lives Matter sticker.
He's got Blue Lives Matter signs just posted all over the box.
I'm pissed about that because you know what? I, like an idiot, I left the patent in the box. I was like, oh, I should probably keep the patent near the box. And
I think Mouse became the baby in the box. I think the baby in the box
possessed her.
Uploaded
Mouse. His memory.
Yep.
It's like being John Malkovich. The baby in the box is somewhere in the recesses of her mind.
Yeah. Do you know?
Puppeting her.
I was walking her today, and she saw a box of Marlboros, and she was like, "I'm gonna start smoking Marlboros."
That's not even like a cute girl thing to smoke.
Yeah.
Even Amy Winehouse didn't smoke Marlboros.
Yeah. What are you, a teenage Russian?
Yeah. Do you live in a subway station? You fucking weirdo.
She said she wants to start smoking Marlboro Reds.
Hey, Mouse. Very cool. Michael Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, Moscow.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
They say Moscow.
Michael Jackson, yeah, Moscow.
Yes, very cool. Moscow.
When we leased our car, I went to the guy and I was like, I've been to Russia. And he was like, oh, where? And I was like, Moscow. And he was like, that's not Russia. And I was like, well, excuse the fuck out of me. Because last time I checked, it was.
I think it's the capital.
Yeah. I was like, all right. Sorry I haven't seen the beauty of Russia.
Yeah, sorry we haven't gone into the real Russia.
He's like, the real Russia is an empty field where people cry.
Yeah. Sorry we didn't go to where you guys have the Onion Festival. And by Onion Festival, I mean one onion grows and you guys throw a party.
Yeah.
We'll say it, Russians. We actually do have a Russian listener. I forgot that. Sorry to insult your country, but it's a disaster. Not that we have anything.
Not that we've got anything on you.
We can't throw stones in a glass house. Why do we live in a glass house? We love throwing stones. I love it. Stone throwing is like one of my favorite things.
Why are we living in a glass house when stone throwing is what we want to do with our lives?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can't help it. Sometimes you just want to wreck shit.
There's 2 urchins outside of our apartment right now.
What do you mean urchins?
Like
urchins.
crusty gutter punk kind of.
Ew, gutter punks.
But they're gnarlier than that.
Just so you guys know what gutter punks are, it's white teenage homeless.
They're
people.
not like that. They're older, but they're the kind of homeless people you don't feel sorry for because you kind of feel like they've.
It's like your parents are in Connecticut right now.
Yeah, well,
And-
they
and
weren't
you
quite
have a
that.
pit
They had
bull.
like face tattoos and they pissed on the street. But one
Well,
guy
of
was
course.
complaining about how he couldn't
I
shit
just go,
anywhere.
well, of course. They pissed on the street. Well, of course they did.
Do you know about the tire
That's what
check?
these hooligans do.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna live in Connecticut soon and just complain about the we're gonna see people in our neighborhood and be like, what's he doing here? I already do that. I've talked a lot about there's a junkie that lives like in our vicinity and he like smokes and like loiters all around our apartment and I just don't trust him. And I have like energy where I want to be like, get the fuck out of my neighborhood.
You're not on the lease.
I know.
You can't do that.
Well,
You can't do that anyway.
further evidence
guys,
as to
if
why
there's
I'm going to
anything
get
that
my
we've
own
learned,
apartment.
You're not getting your own apartment. If
And
there's
we're gonna
anything
be
that
the kind
we've
of
learned,
couple that lives in different places.
we're not going to live in different places. If there's anything that we've learned from this week,
I'll take Charlie.
it's that we don't call the cops.
Charlie's going to come to my house. You can call the cops on white people still, right?
Just don't call them. Because if there's a black guy around, you never know what the fuck's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it could be really fucking bad. So,
Dude, did you see that video of...
just stop calling them.
Yeah, don't call the cops anymore.
Stop.
Call
Work
your friends.
shit out. You know?
Work your shit out. There's a guy like breaking into my house with a knife and you're like, okay, what's my part in this?
Work it out. I'm going to work this out.
Oh, man, nobody has the answers. Nobody has any answers. But, yeah, don't call the cops.
I think the answer is don't call the cops.
I think I'm going to start calling the cops on people in
No, Andy, just don't.
like cul-de-sacs.
Oh, you just start calling the cops on white
I'm gonna
suburban
just,
moms?
I'm just going to be like, hi, I'm in Fairfield, and...
There's a woman and her kids, they're selling lemonade at an inflated price.
way worse than that. I'm going to say she's hitting the kids, and I think she's on drugs. But there will be a lemonade stand.
Yeah.
And then they'll, like, drive up there.
She's drugging her kids at a lemonade stand.
She's dragging her kids.
Dragging?
Yeah, like the insult kind of drag.
Yeah, she's just dragging her kids with these fucking fire insults. She's roasting the shit out of these kids.
Oshkosh bagosh head ass. That's what you say to a baby. You bought them the clothes. With your Oshkosh bagosh head ass. Playmobil playing ass. Sippy cup drinking ass.
Carl Winslow looking ass. Is Carl Winslow the cop from Family Matters? It is, right?
Well, he's also the cop from Die Hard. Carl Winslow is the black cop from Die Hard, and I don't know if does he play a cop in Family Matters? I think he's a cop. You're right.
But he's not. Are we talking about the actor or the character name?
I don't know.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I need to. This is going to drive me fucking crazy.
That guy's name is Carl Winslow in some capacity. I don't know if that's his acting name or his character name.
Carl Winslow. Hold on. Yeah. It's the cop from Family Matters. That's the dad's name.
Reginald Vell Johnson.
Played by Reginald Vell Johnson.
He's from New York.
Carl Otis Winslow.
Nice. That was a great show. Remember when Urkel used to be like, did I do that?
Yeah, it was like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, that was a big... We don't really have things like that anymore. I guess kids have them. I think the did I do that was dabbing 2 years ago. I saw a lot of kids dabbing on their parents.
No, it was the Catch Me Outside. The Catch Me Outside
Did you
girl.
see kids do that? Because I saw a lot of kids dab on their moms, like 8-year-olds being like, whatever, mom. I did.
That's so stupid.
I loved it.
That is so fucking stupid.
I have these two
if
twin
you're the
nephews.
mom, what do you do with that? You're just like, okay.
Hate your kids.
My
resent
kid
them,
just danced at me.
drink white wine.
I used to throw shit at my mom.
What kind of shit?
Now they're just dancing at their moms.
I used to tell my mom I hope she died.
What?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, for sure. I said horrible things to my mom. I was a bad kid.
Yeah, I was bad
If
too.
my parents had money, they would have sent me to like camps. You know, like Utah, like, you know, bad kid camps.
Utah bad kid? You mean rehab?
But there's like behavior rehab that
Yeah.
they used to do. Is my hair doing a weird thing right now?
Always.
You're supposed to fucking
All
tell
the
me.
time.
You want me to look bad. That's your thing.
I don't want you to
You
look
do.
bad.
You want me to look bad so I'm not viable to the opposite sex. You want to keep me
Andy?
like you have a little crystalline container.
Andy.
And I'm trapped in it.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I don't need to do that to keep you.
Oh my God. She did one stand-up show and her confidence is back to like 6 months ago. And I fucking am not here for it. A lot of people are like, I'm here for it. I'm not here for it. Well, I play fucking Mr. Mom. I'm gonna fucking shut this shit down. I'm getting my own apartment. I'm not gonna have carpets. I'm gonna put soccer turf down. The whole apartment is gonna be soccer turf. I'm gonna bring my coffee maker back. I'm gonna put up posters that I like.
This is why
I'm gonna
comedians
have a modern
shouldn't get
porch.
married. This is why we shouldn't get married. Because one good thing happens to the other one, and the other person has a fucking meltdown. Like,
That wasn't a meltdown. You haven't seen a meltdown, Toots.
honey, I have seen a meltdown.
That's not true. You haven't seen a full-on meltdown.
This was a funny one, but it was a meltdown nonetheless.
That was not a meltdown. You're being hyperbolic for the sake of winning.
No,
And I don't win. I don't play win, okay? I don't need to win. I don't
What?
need to fabricate the truth to win.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What the hell is going on? I'm sorry you didn't get to do jokes today.
That's not why I'm mad. I'm mad because you just told me that you didn't need to try to make me not viable for the sex, for the opposite sex.
No, I said I don't need to do that to keep you.
Oh, I thought you were just saying like I'm ugly or I'm...
No, I was saying that you love me, you psychopath.
I don't believe it.
You need help.
I don't need help.
You do. you severely
I'm quitting
do.
therapy.
Everybody who is listening to this podcast, please
Don't,
write us
no,
in.
do not.
Write to
Don't-
fybpod@gmail.com
you.
and please just say Andy needs help or Andy doesn't need help in the subject line. You don't have to put anything in the body of the email.
Andy needs help.
Just Andy needs help or Andy doesn't need help.
This is what I
and
hate.
put your votes in.
What I hate about confidence, especially your confidence, is there's no
Why?
There's no argument. There's no like it's not like lawyering. You don't litigate your point. You're just like, this is the point, and I believe it, so it's right. And everybody's like, yeah, that's right. But you didn't say anything.
No, I just said you love me, and that's why I don't need to make you look bad to the opposite sex. I
All
actually did. I litigated my point pretty well.
All right. I guess you
and
did.
I can confidently state that.
See, this is what I mean. She's not confident for any good reason.
What?
She just loves herself.
Why do you not want me to love myself?
Because nobody should love themselves.
What?
It's gauche.
I don't understand. My husband's having a mental breakdown.
That is not true.
He is. He's having a breakdown. You guys. My life is in danger. I just start doing the fucking Central Park call on you. There is a white man threatening my life.
Didn't I can't believe that place is called the Ramble.
Oh yeah, what that was the funniest line in that whole thing was when she said, what did she say? He's threatening my life in the Ramble or something like that. It's like the worst thing to like laugh at that, but that line alone in the middle of all of that just made me like, I was like, what is this bitch talking about? The Ramble.
There's a African American gentleman.
She didn't call him a gentleman. That'd be very weird. There's a very nice African American gentleman threatening my life in the bramble.
I think we have some. Let me look at this. There's some weird stuff.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Can you let people are listening
I'm sorry.
to this?
I'm trying to figure out messages. Somebody was debating. They commented in the Patreon that they were debating.
Hold on. Before you fucking say this.
I didn't want to say their name because I didn't want to I don't know. It seemed.
Oh, okay. We don't need to say their name. But one of our listeners wrote to us and said, I was looking at my credit card bill trying to decide between supporting this Patreon or keeping my Luminary subscription. Then I saw your donation post and it made the decision for me. I have to keep supporting you guys. Thank you for all you do. Dude.
We appreciate that.
They, thems. Thank you so much. We got another message. Hey guys, sorry I had to keep this short. This is not short. This isn't short. This is 4 paragraphs I'm looking at.
Oh,
5,
well,
6,
I will read this. We're
7.
not going to read this on the air. But just so you know, this person was writing to explain why they changed their Patreon. It might have been
you can do whatever you want. If you need to change your Patreon, it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
Andy just makes a big deal out of it because he is a psychopath. And then all of our listeners start feeling bad about themselves, and that's why I tell you not to do that.
Well, no, I never want people to feel bad about it. I made fun of the people that it just seemed like some people left probably because of the BLM thing, and so I was saying fuck them. If anybody ever has to leave.
Oh yeah, if people left for because we support BLM, they can fuck right off.
Yeah, that's what that was
another
about,
planet.
and I appreciate it. Margot and Anna and Stephanie and Amy, they were just saying that they were chiming in to say fuck those people. But I never want you to feel bad if you don't have money. We love that you listen. Listen to the free episodes.
Everybody who's listening right now, whether you're a Patreon or not, we fucking love you.
Yeah.
You make our lives better. Everything about this podcast and doing it and having a project with my Beyonce has made this quarantine 150 times better.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's been great. And also, I mean, you guys gave us the ability to make this donation.
Yeah. If you're not up on things, we used this month's Patreon money and we donated it to the Black Lives Matter Global Fund to support the movement.
And it felt great to be able to do that because we haven't had the time to be necessarily huge. I've only been to one protest, and that was the time I got to go to a protest. And I'm going to go to many more.
I'm going to go tomorrow.
You are?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so it'll be good.
But also, if you're somebody who's some people are don't post anything other than this content. And it's I did that for a week, but now I'm going to also show a little bit of my life. I think we talked about this already.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, somebody was giving me shit because I posted a picture of Andy's dude wipes. And, that was just lame. Anyway, you guys, we really thank you. I'm so excited that we've fucking made it to 50 episodes. Can you believe we made it to 50 episodes?
No, this was it started as a whim.
Yeah.
It was I think I'm going to do a podcast for the quarantine. And now we've been in the Washington Post.
Yeah.
We're
globally famous.
Yeah. We're global. That's why we donated to BLM Global. Because national, they'd be shouldn't they be donating to global? The global stars.
Yeah.
My old
worldwide.
My old therapist wrote me to say that he read the article.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Popped it right open. I hadn't seen it yet. I didn't realize we were the first page. That's pretty exciting.
It is exciting.
We looked great. We looked younger.
We did look younger.
I was thinking about this recently, the beginning of all this. That seems 2 years ago.
Yeah, it does.
I was talking to somebody about L.A., and I was yeah, back when I was young. Before the quarantine.
It does feel like that. getting on stage today, well, we should let them know what this was. It was basically...
Rosebud did a show in a parking lot, and the stage was a pickup truck, and it was outdoors.
It was outdoors, and...
it was Michael Che's show.
Yeah, so he put together a show last minute in Long Island City, and, like, all these people showed up. Like, there was 200 people within the parking lot, and then there were people outside of the parking lot once they closed the gates, just, like, up against the gate. And then there were people in the parking structure across the street on, like, the 4th or 5th floor, just watching from the parking structure across the street. And it was...
There had to be, like, 1,000 people there.
It was the most beautiful fucking thing to be a part of. I was like... I can't believe I didn't fucking cry. Because, first of all, one thing about comedy, when you're... And I know this is boring, comedians talking about comedy, but... one thing that I love about it is that you have this family, you know, like, it's like you grow with these people, you have drama with these people, you hate them for 2 years, and then you make up, and then it's like, because you can't avoid one another. Can you stop checking the fucking email and be a part of the podcast?
Yes,
Thank
of course.
you. Hello?
Hi.
Thank you.
I'm listening to you.
And, well, then you can fucking, chime in.
I didn't want to
shit.
interrupt you. You know, I didn't want to use my privilege.
Oh, shut up. Anyway, this fucking asshole. So it was just nice because I got there and all of our friends were there, and everybody was hugging. We were all just like, fuck it. We were hugging each other, and got on stage. And I was so fucking nervous. I haven't been that nervous in, probably since I first started.
I have a prediction.
Huh.
No second wave.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking that.
I don't think we had 34 cases in New York this week. Total. New cases.
But isn't it like, I think the incubation period's gone down, right? Isn't it like 5 days now?
It's 5 days to 14 days. But they're like, people are saying that it's like the protests aren't actually going to cause people to catch it. What's going to cause people to catch it is being jailed.
Yeah.
But those people are probably the most responsible protesters because they're the ones that are like, I'm going to sit here till I get arrested. And then they're probably going to be like, I should quarantine. I feel like that. They feel like the type of protesters feel like the same kind of people that like ask you to step back in a Brooklyn grocery store. I'm like, excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
kind of right.
No matter what, I think we're over it. I'm sorry. I totally went ADD on you just then. I've been loving so much of, I don't know. It's just like it feels over. And I don't mean to knock on wood. I hope that there's not a second wave. But like, it doesn't feel like the quarantine anymore. It doesn't feel like this craziness and like lonely.
What does that mean for our podcast?
It means we're going to still do it. I think eventually we'll be, when we pick up our lives, we're only going to be able to do one free episode a week and a Patreon episode. But until that moment comes, which is probably whenever we start working again, it'll be this.
Yeah.
What?
So drink it up.
Was your favorite
folks.
Part of the stay-at-home level of quarantine? So we're done. It's been officially 4 months almost to the day.
My favorite part of the stay-at-home level of quarantine was that first week to 2 weeks when it sort of felt like, okay, this will be a couple of weeks and it'll be cute, and I just got engaged and I'm with my fiance and.
Yeah, I liked it too. That was when it was like fun to be crazy.
Yeah.
Where you were like, I'm going to shave my whole body. Well, I did it. I was like, I'm going to shave my whole body and bleach my hair. It'll be fun. And then just by the end of it, I have face tattoos and I'm like, I'm in a gang. And there's 2 people in it.
Yeah. That was the best part of it.
Also, that was like the time where I also got like teary-eyed when I heard people like singing to each other on like Zoom family gatherings and stuff. It's so funny. Do you remember when we used to all like we were doing Zoom gatherings with your family, my family, like we were, doing that like every other day.
Yeah.
We were FaceTiming all the time with people.
Yeah. House Party. House Party had a solid week of being a very popular app and then fell off the face of the planet.
House Party. Also, Facebook was like, oh, yeah, we can do that. We can, do you want a house party? We'll be a house party.
Yeah.
Google can do it. That's the
problem.
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
Instagram does it now, too.
I did. There was this, like, one episode of The Daily, and they were, like, talking about all the things that people were doing to survive the loneliness or whatever. And I remember getting, like, teary-eyed hearing people, like, we're teaching each other how to cook, and I'm learning piano and all this stuff. I was like, oh, the world's a beautiful place.
Oh yeah, that episode was so good.
Yeah,
it was really sweet. I remember you playing it for me, and I was on my phone, and you were like, I'm playing this for you, and it's important that you listen.
I think that,
and I was like, oh, we're entering a new phase of the relationship where we address our communication skills.
One reason, or one thing that occurred to me today is that I bet you, barring a worse second wave, that come September, nobody is going to even remember this, in the sense that people aren't going to be wearing masks. Like, I think people are just going to be like, yeah, whatever. Like, they're not even going to think about pandemic.
Didn't you make some similar prediction to this?
Probably. I mean, every day blends together. It's all the same. I don't even know what my plight is in the world.
You don't have a plight, Andy. You don't have a plight.
What do I do?
You have no plight. Your life is great.
Well, isn't a plight like a purpose?
I thought a plight was like what you suffer from.
Okay. Well, I don't suffer from anything except a slightly bad back, and I'm balding.
Yeah.
It's been tough.
It's been hard.
It did. Something that did occur to me today was, and also I'm keeping it consistent with the consistent not being able to speak English on the podcast.
Yeah.
Whenever I do the podcast, I just forget vowels. A lot of times I'm like, we'd like to donate. But
your posture is also slipping.
Well, because
pretty bad.
I zoomed in, and if I stand up straight, I guess it's all right. Nobody needs to see my brain. But so I was listening to this book on tape today called White Fragility.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just about white people's inability to address race and why it's so hard for them to. And one thing it was talking about was we, as progressives, are the worst, is what it says, because we think racism is an evil thing. It's like this evil thing that evil people do. So when they do something racist and you're like, that was racist, they're like, but I'm not evil, And so they have a harder time thinking about it when like a person who's not like educated in academic levels of like privilege and race and stuff like that, you call them racist and they're like, huh, well, damn, I'm sorry. Or they stick to it. But I was thinking, this lady was talking about this thing where she was talking about she was doing this symposium, or her job, the woman who wrote the book, is to go to like companies and talk about race, like how they did on The Office that one time. Mm-hmm. And she said that she was talking to this group of people, and this white guy stood up and he was like, white people can't get a job anymore. And the entire room was white, and he was working there, and everybody was white. And I was thinking about how it's really, I think the general thing with racism is that it's the same way where when I fuck up in a relationship and you're like, you fucked up, and then I'm like, but I know. That's like what a lot of our reaction to racism is. I don't know why I went down that thing. I guess I wanted to brag that I'm listening to a book on race. But also,
there it is.
we were talking about like, my plight, and there's been very little.
Yeah. Last night I told Andy that if he wanted to have sex, he had to pull my tampon out.
With
his teeth.
Yeah. And folks,
he almost cried.
I said no.
He almost cried.
I am not a nasty person.
I was like, you have to take it out.
Gross.
And he was like, gross, no. And I was like, yep, with your teeth. And he was like, no. No.
I didn't say it like that.
Yeah, you did, though.
No, I didn't.
You did. You got very childish about it, though.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it was a childish thing I was saying.
Of course.
Fair enough. I was kidding the whole time, but I just wanted to see how much I could freak out my husband, my soon-to-be hubs. And
my hubby?
Holy shit. I really freaked him out.
Really
did? He rolled off of me, and then he just got really quiet. And I was like, are you okay? And he was like, I just don't, I really don't want to do that.
I didn't want to.
I'm not going to make you do that. Are you fucking insane? And I was like, what's wrong with you? And he goes, what's wrong with me is that I'm normal.
It's true. This is our 50th episode. I want to shout out that is. I just want to say I'm sticking by this. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I don't have a kink. All I love is sex with the lady who's into sex. That's my kink. Athletic, lubricated sex. It's great.
It's not that athletic.
Okay, thanks. I'm glad that you've done Iron Man level sex with all of your emotionally distant ex-partners. I would like to shout out Kimberly Lund. Kimberly Lund bought this, and Kimberly Lund, we are going to be doing a VI Bistro this week. I think it's going to be Thursday night, but it might be Friday night, depending on the signal we get at this cabin we're going to be at.
Yeah, we're going to be in a cabin.
But she bought it for her husband as a birthday present. I'll read the whole message in a second. But welcome to the beach, Kimberly. You're not gonna regret it. And let's see if you say your husband's name in here.
Neil.
Neil. So welcome, Neil. And Neil is enamored with Rosebud. Great.
And my husband. Neil is enamored with Rosebud, and my husband somehow thinks along the lines of Andy, which is terrifying.
Charlie is a darling, and hearing Mouse go through puberty is really uncomfortable, so I win. Neil's birthday is 5/29. I couldn't do a better gift than exclusive Patreon to your show. We lived in NYC for over 10 years and moved to Maine 2 years ago in NYC as we worked in the West Village, and I would frequent comedy shows, solo random nights when Neil worked past midnight running his kitchen. I saw Rosebud perform, and hearing this evolution is fucking awesome.
Aww.
I've heard of Little Giant. We were in Maine. Why the fuck didn't I read this message last week?
You're stupid.
You fucking idiot.
God damn it, Andy. You fucked up again.
My husband is an amazing chef at Little Giant presently. If you make it to Maine at all this summer, we hope you hit us up. We could eat, snack, drink grapefruit, spindrift, ride a ferry to an island, and race go-karts around. Or the reasonable thing, which is that we would love to cook dinner for you both, even if you just socially distance, curbside or pick up dinner if you two with mocktails from a restaurant.
Hell yeah.
As a thank you for the joy and laughter you brought us during COVID-19, which has seen the loss of my father. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
And then our beloved cat Thomas. Jeez.
I'm so sorry.
That's a rough spring. I'm really sorry to hear that. Through this pandemic, my husband has taken care of me and is helping with a small nonprofit startup that feeds the Portland, Maine community called Cooking for Community. That is also helping restaurants keep afloat, making thousands of meals a month. He sounds like he wears collared shirts and boat shoes, but that old school LA punk just was corrupted by the gross love and community that is Maine and his loving wild wife. Rosebud plus Andy, please help celebrate my kick-ass awesome husband with a shout-out. He might be a total butt. Who knows how awesome he is, but it's only because he is so awesome that he gets to be a butt. Kimberly, and Neil, I'm so sorry that we didn't read this sooner. We completely checked out when we went to Maine.
Neil, happy fucking birthday.
We are going to be back in Maine around the 4th of July, so we will hit you up.
And you guys, if you live in Maine, support Cooking for Community. It helps restaurants stay afloat during all this.
Or go to Little Giant. Or just go to Little Giant and say happy birthday to Neil.
Yeah, go
chef.
to Little Giant and just walk in and say, happy birthday, Neil.
Yeah. And
Just
don't
shout
walk
it.
in, just yell it from, because I think they have a curbside situation going
Just
on.
shout it.
Go like this. Go, hey,
Hey.
is Neil there? Is this where Neil works?
Is this where Neil works? Huh? Is Neil back there? Tell Neil to come out here.
Happy birthday, you son of a bitch.
And then just walk away.
Yeah. Throw some money on the ground.
Yeah, throw some dollars.
That's always fun.
Like he's a stripper.
And then I want to welcome also, we have 2 more, Mary Kasperzak.
Kasperzak.
You are a mahalo. Thank you for joining the beach. We love having you. And then also, Josh Crow. Welcome, Josh.
The Crow.
It's good to see you. We have 1 email.
We're doing a lot of mailbag right now, Andy.
I know. I just want to get through this because
Okay.
we haven't checked this for we haven't done the podcast for a week.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while. We missed you guys
This
a lot.
This is from Rebecca. Rosebud was on Guys We Fucked, You Silly Dum Dum. It's where TLLG emerged from.
Yeah, hello.
I didn't not know this. What? Obviously, been a heavy week. I'm off the process here in London, Ontario. We have so many Canadians. It's been great to be able to escape from the beach sometimes. To the beach sometimes. I thought you were saying like it's been great to escape from the beach, and I was like, are we holding
sorry
you here?
we're fucking bumming you out.
But no, you escape to the beach from the hellscape that is the earth. I also got a second dog right before the quarantine. Thought it wouldn't be a big deal, and I'd forgotten what an absolute hassle it is. Here's a photo of Ziggy Stardog.
Oh my
He
God,
wanted-
great name.
Her
Ziggy
mom
Stardog?
has a dog named Ziggy too. He wanted me to send this photo of his tongue and peeing for Mouse as he can't get enough of her OnlyFans.
Oh, disgusting.
I don't know how he got access. I said he couldn't use my credit card, and so he destroyed it. I'm out of work.
Ugh.
I teach yoga, which is still going online. And in the before times, I owned a vegan ice cream parlor, but my shady business partner used Corona as a chance to push me out. Luckily, my country support me. When I can afford it, I'll officially say mahalo, but $5 is half my mortgage in Canadian dollars. Rebecca, we love you. Thank you so much for
Welcome to the
supporting us.
beach.
Welcome to the beach.
And welcome to
Whoa,
Ziggy Stardog.
Look at this hot little... Great.
Yeah.
And I knew that she was on Guys We Fucked. Believe me.
Did you listen to my episode?
Of course not.
Good.
I've never listened to that episode. Or to that show.
You've never listened
No.
to Guys We Fucked ever?
No, I don't want to know about loose-moraled women.
You're disgusting,
I don't want to
Andy.
know about...
You know something? You are a fucked person.
I don't want to know about...
This is the thing. One day I'm going to find out that Andy can't get off without a woman pulling on his ball sack and pissing in his mouth at the same time. All right? Because he just walks around like he's so clean. Like he's just got no kinks whatsoever. He's going to be, one day, something in his mind is going to just flip. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a fuck show.
It's going to be a fuck show. That phrase that we say a lot. Fuck show.
I've never said it.
I'm sorry that you acted out sexually for so many years. I'm sorry that you
Can I explain
sought
something to you?
emotional.
Can I explain something to you, Andy?
Yeah.
I was not acting out sexually.
Uh-huh.
I was acting sexually.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, just so you know.
Just so
I'm
you know.
kidding,
Just so you know.
and I was a whore too. I
Just
just
so
didn't. I didn't need to be choked and body slammed on a dirty mattress
Well,
just to feel something.
You fucking missed out.
I just have sex like two, hot Patagonia users
Ugh.
in a
We
Volvo.
gotta do something.
That's my kink.
No.
Oh man.
No. Something's gotta happen. We gotta do something else. This is what's gonna happen.
Separate apartments.
No.
Okay.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
In order for me to be satisfied sexually,
Yeah.
tonight I'm going to need you to dance around in Mouse's dress. that we bought her. I want you to put her dress around your neck.
It's gonna, yeah, it'll only fit around my neck or my penis. Those are your two options.
Just her dress around your neck. It's gonna look like one of those Elizabethan collars.
I love that.
Okay, and I want you to be completely naked. Mouse's dress as a collar.
Yeah.
I want you to dance a jig, like the Lord of the Dance.
See, this doesn't even sound hot.
This is hot.
No,
this
it's
is
not.
hot.
This is not hot.
This is gonna be so
You're
hot.
trying to make a fool of me.
And then I'm gonna film you.
No, you're not.
Yeah, and I'm gonna zoom in on your uncircumcised dick
Great.
while you dance around.
You know what I don't like is that I get called uncircumcised. How about normal? How about my dick is just how God made it, and all you freaks missing skin, you can feel weird with your fucking weird modified dick. Sorry that you fucking...
Sorry your dick was made in a lab.
Yeah.
By a scientist.
I'm the whole thing, baby. I'm not missing my foreskin. It's not in some fucking foreskin mass grave somewhere.
That's right.
My foreskin's here.
That's right.
And someday...
I love this confidence on you.
Yeah, okay.
I'm really liking it.
Thanks, babe.
How does it feel? Feels good, doesn't it?
I'm a confident person. I just don't have to showboat.
What did you just fucking say to me? Did you just say I'm a fucking show pony?
I didn't say pony.
You did. You called me a goddamn show pony.
I said showboat.
Doesn't matter. They're both from the same era of insults.
Okay.
The 1930s.
They're different. Because why would showboat, why is that an insult? You're saying like I'm acting like I'm on a boat that is meant for entertainment?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my job. Why is that an insult? And then show pony, that seems kind of cool. A horse that can perform?
Mm-hmm. Did you pick at your skin today?
No, this thing is, it's like it's like a weird scar that won't go away.
You picked at it.
No, I didn't.
It's the first time I'm seeing it, and it's a welt on your arm.
I'm
so
telling
I know that you
I
picked
didn't
at it.
pick at it.
It didn't just show up as a welt.
It gets irritated from moving because I scrape my arm on fucking doorways all day.
Yeah, right.
Try a real job.
I fucking know
Try
exactly.
to work for one goddamn day in your life.
That's okay. I'm doing what I love, and I'm making money doing it.
Oh, great. Here's this again.
This relationship is going to fall apart.
Do you realize that
one day Andy's going to get he's going to say some fucking underhanded bitter shit like he just did, and I'm going to be like, "You know what? I'm done."
Uh-huh.
That's what's going to happen.
This doesn't seem like how we wanted the 50th episode to go.
Oh, well, this is the way it's going. Okay? We just get divorced, pre-divorced on the 50th episode.
Yeah, we call it off. Well, it's been a fun ride, folks. We're dissolving everything. Sorry we never made that merch.
Oh, God. I'm going to make the merch this week. That's what I'm going to do.
I would love to see that.
I will.
I believe you.
I don't like the way you fucking looked at me. Didn't like that. He just... It was, when your partner gives you one of those, like, knowing, like, I don't believe in you, but good luck, that kind of bullshit. That's what he just gave me.
Well, I feel like we've kind of gone down a weird path. Do you want to talk about something else other than our divorce?
No.
You don't?
No.
You'd like to just talk about our divorce?
Yeah, how do you envision it going?
I'm probably just going to disappear one day, and you're going to know what it is.
I would be so sad.
Really?
I would be so sad.
I'll still be in New York.
What?
I'll be hiding.
I don't like that. I mean, if you were went to the woods because you were so heartbroken, then I'd be sad.
What if I was...
if you still had the strength to stay in New York, I'd be like, fuck this guy.
What if it was just because I was sick of you insulting me?
I mean, are you sick of that?
No.
That's my favorite thing to do.
It's just I can't insult you because you're like a little lady. You're like a tiny little pretty lady, and when I insult you, everybody's like, "Hey!" And then you're like, "Look at this bald idiot!" And everybody's like, "Yay!" I hate it. I don't like this dynamic.
Why? What dynamic would you rather have?
Parody.
Parody?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
with a T, not a D. Equal.
You want parody.
I want to be able to make fun of you.
Okay, make fun
Like,
of me.
okay. Rosebud has this fun thing where in her head,
Wait.
she thinks that you, if you don't finish something all the way, you didn't really eat all of it. And so she will leave 4 kernels of popcorn, a dusting of cereal, a single half spoon of ice cream, and then she will put the container back. And then I will find it, and it feels like we live in a fake house. Like we live in a children's museum.
That is such a leap.
No, it's not. It's a weird
Why
thing
does
to
it make
do.
the whole house fake?
Because it just feels like empty boxes in the cupboard. When I moved in here, there was literally like, I was like, oh, she has some food. And I never went for it because it was like saltines and shit like that. And then eventually I got hungry and I was like, oh, yeah, those saltines. And I reached up there and there was 3 sad, just old, decrepit saltines. Box sealed, closed up, little flap pressed down.
Listen, it's not my fault. I grew up in a broken home.
Okay, yeah.
And my father moved out, and he was very sad because he'd lost his daughter and his wife, and he only ate condiments.
Did you have a therapist at your boarding school?
I didn't go to boarding school. I was the only kid who went to public school.
You poor thing.
It was so sad. Does that feel better?
Yeah. Also, I left one dish. She got so mad at me for this.
Oh, this
day.
was some bullshit, you guys.
I cooked dinner the other night.
This was some fucking horse shit.
I cooked dinner the other night, and then I did the dishes, which is not how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to be that one person cooks dinner, and then the other person does the dishes. But Rosebud doesn't see kind of an immediacy with dirty dishes. And so...
Why would there be immediacy? What, are they going to run away?
Yeah, just
What's
clutter.
the immediacy?
Because you just put them on top of each other, and pretty soon we have a little temple.
Yeah, I like to build
We
things.
have a little... You've never built a goddamn thing.
Yes, I built this relationship. I built this whole goddamn relationship.
Anyways, I left one dish out of 10 dishes. I said, maybe if I leave this here tomorrow when I come home from my manual labor job,
She'll do it.
she'll have done it.
And I woke up that morning and I was like, oh, he left me a dish. I bet you
She did
he
not.
left this as a
She's full
fucking
of shit.
test.
She's lying.
You keep saying that? It's not a fucking lie. I knew exactly what that fucking dish was in there
Why'd
for.
you get so mad right now?
Because I hate that you keep saying it's a fucking lie. I knew exactly what the fuck you were doing. And I was like, I see he's leaving this dish here as a test to see if I'm going to do it. And guess what? I'm not going to fucking do it. Because
Seems
that's
good.
not a dish. That's bait. That's a fucking mousetrap for his wife.
Yeah. Anyways,
And I was like,
washed the dish.
if you want somebody to fucking get caught in your mousetrap, sure, I'll get caught in your little fucking mousetrap, Andy.
Uh-huh.
And then I come home, or he comes home, and he goes, hey, you know, I left one dish. And I was like, here we go.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if I leave like a sock on a chair, she's like, could you please not make my house your closet?
It's true. He turns the living room into his fucking laundry basket.
See, it's different though. Can't wait to get my own apartment.
You're not getting your
I'm not
own
even
fucking
gonna tell
apartment.
you about. I'm not going to tell you about it, so you won't even know. You'll just be like, "Where have you been?" And I'll be like, there's like a coffee shop that opened down the street.
Yeah. Okay.
It's open late."
Yeah, right. If Andy goes more than 5 hours without talking to me, he's like, hi, what you doing?
Never
I miss
happened.
you.
I'm going to do an NYU study group. Just going to invite NYU students over to hang out without our shirts on. We're just gonna.
You're almost 40.
It doesn't matter. That's
that makes
cool.
you a pedophile.
They're not kids.
Yeah, they are. They're NYU students.
Well, if they're 18, they're not. It's not illegal. We're allowed to take our shirts off and read books.
Old enough to pee, old enough for me. That's what he said.
Who?
He has bumper stickers that say that.
What is?
And he was like, "Can I
says
put
that?
these on the
Nobody
car?"
said-
And I was like, "No."
Nobody's ever said old enough to pee, old enough for me.
Except for this freako.
Babies pee. There's no time. Mouse didn't like one day pee, and we were like, her first pee.
No, Andy, listen, this is fucked up. I met Andy, I fell in love with him, and then he showed me his merch, and I was like, what does that say? And he was like,
Old enough. The term is if
He
there's
said,
grass on the
"Old
field,
enough to
play ball.
no, yours, you went even further with it. It said, old enough to pee, old enough for me,
Yeah, that's.
Andy. And I was like, what?
What can I say?
I was like, first of all, why didn't you just...
I'm attracted to 0 to 99, you know? I love them all.
That's what he said. And I was like, you're never going to sell those. And he was like...
I've sold a bunch.
He said they sell like hotcakes in Tennessee.
Yeah, they do.
And I was like, you're disgusting.
Like hotcakes. You know how when you have hotcakes, you can't stop selling them? You know? Like how right now, if I made a bunch of hotcakes, that thing that we make all the time. You know hotcakes, right? You get it.
Okay.
And then if I were to take like, I don't know, 25 hotcakes, and I would go down to the street and I'd be like, hey, I got hotcakes. And then just people run up and they're like, how much can I pay you for these hotcakes?
Yeah.
I have to have a hotcake.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happens with Andy's pedophile bumper stickers down in Tennessee. Okay, you guys. This has been a fun episode. Wash your hands. What else?
Don't lick your
lover's eyes.
And don't spit in their
And
mouth
don't
unless
spit in their
it's
mouths
committed.
unless it's committed.
Thank you guys for 50 great episodes. We appreciate all your patronage. If we haven't caught up with you on the mailbag, we will next episode. I need to look at them first.
Yeah.
We've been very discombobulated, but we really appreciate you, and we love you, and I'm sexually attracted to you. And I can't even see you. I'm just sexually attracted
Please
to your
come over
support.
and study with your shirts off.
Yeah, that's available. It'll be on 13th Street. You guys will get the email. Anyways.
I hate you. I hate you.
Bye, everybody.